Let's rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Publicly Buzzed on a Thursday night. Appreciate everyone for being here. We have a crazy case that we're going to be going over here tonight out of West Virginia, the mountain state where we are located. The lady's name is Natalie Cochran. She's a former pharmacist who is currently right now serving an 11-year prison sentence for wire fraud and operating a Ponzi scheme that was worth $2.5 million. That was the number that was in court. Or during that initial trial. Now, she was charged with murder about a year and a half ago. Okay, they dropped that at the time because, think about it, if they wanted to charge her with murder out the gate, they probably already thought they had enough evidence. Well, they dropped it at that point because they wanted to exhume her husband's body. Okay. This poor man just got exhumed for a second time. We got to be thinking of his family here. But yeah, this is an insane case that we're going to be jumping into here. I got a lot of notes here. But yeah, her husband's name was Michael Cochran. He died in February of 2019. And once we get into the details of this one will probably have your jaws on the floor like it did mine. And again, this was not local in our town, but it's local-ish. And again, we're going to unravel this thing for you guys. It's a pretty fucked up case. Dan is here with me though. Let me get Dan over here. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going?
What are you doing, man?
Stroking my beard a little bit.
Nice. You got a bigger beard than me now.
Maybe, about close to the same.
Bigger.
Maybe a little bit longer.
It's a little bigger.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Got me. It's over.
That's probably the first time that's ever happened.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been this short. I was saying on Tuesday, I was always afraid to go this short because I was afraid I was going to screw it up, right? And I'm on the freaking internet, got multiple shows weekly, so I didn't want to be on here looking like an asshole, but it's not the worst, so.
If I accidentally shaved my beard, you guys wouldn't see me for a while.
Yeah, I was worried. I was basically, the sides are not a problem. It's the chin that's always an issue. So I basically just whittled that thing down until I was satisfied, and I had to make myself stop because if you don't stop, you're just going to keep on whittling until you got nothing.
And it's hard to stop because you keep seeing these things that just are imperfect and keep trimming it little by little until it's almost completely gone, and then you're screwed.
That's exactly what happens. Everybody coming through here, thank y'all so much. Appreciate the hell out of it. Please share this thing out. Hit like as you come in. Let people know that you're hanging out Publicly Buzz. Again tonight, I knew that this one probably wouldn't be a really crazy case view-wise, but I did want to cover it just because it's a local, absolute insane one. This is one that you would probably see on Court TV. It's weird. I know that Dan, I sent him some links on this as well. And did you get a chance to kind of look into it, man?
Yeah. I was digging into it yesterday and today a little bit. It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, and like
embezzled $2.5 million, and I posed the question to you earlier: where is that money?
Yeah, man. I retorted back. I think that basically she probably, especially after the murder charge was dropped the first time, she's probably like, "Oh shit, I'm in the clear here." Or even before that, even before the initial murder charge, she probably stashed this money, a large sum of money, away somewhere, and she's like, "I'm going to do this 11 years, probably get out on some kind of good behavior bullshit, right?" And then she's going to go find this money and be good. It's kind of what I was. There's money somewhere's hidden, dude. Somebody.
Yeah, we know she spent some of it on some lavish things, but she didn't spend what from what I've read, it didn't seem like she spent $2.5 million. So where's the rest of it?
Not at all, man. And yeah, I think I read 11 different people got swindled by this chick. I think she's 40 years old. Again, out of Beckley, West Virginia, folks. Did a little bit of digging today. First of all, I want to name a podcast because they did a great service for me today. There's not a lot online about this case. Basically, the same article, when you do find stuff, is just kind of hashing the same stuff. You can find stuff from 2019 when this initially happened, when she was arrested. You can find some new stuff because this week is when she was charged with murder for the second time, and this time they've got some way harder evidence than even probably what they had before. If they were going to charge her with murder before, they must have had something. But this thing is. But again, I want to hold on before I get carried away here. Shout out to Crimes in Closets, and this is the link that I used. I don't know if they have socials or anything, but that right there, Crimes in Closets, is the name of the podcast. It was two ladies, and they did a wonderful job of breaking this thing down. And they had a little bit of inside information because whoever are fans of this podcast when they initially covered this, I guess, and that episode is from August. Okay. That episode doesn't even know what's up to date now. We have even more up to date news since his body's been exhumed the second time. And a forensic pathologist has done basically an exam that can't even be done in West Virginia. They had to bring him from Texas. We'll get into it, but yeah, this lady's fucking crazy is what I'm saying. But that podcast that I shared there, go check it out. But they had somebody that listens to their podcast went to high school with Natalie Cochran, the lady that is charged with murder now. So they had a little bit of deeper information, and I was doing a lot of note taking today. So we're going to dive into this here. First of all, let me show you this lady. There's a picture there. I've also actually got a picture of her. Let me show you the couple. First of all, Natalie and Michael Cochran, high school sweethearts, married in college. Natalie Cochran went to Greater Beckley Christian School in Beckley, West Virginia. Natalie was a former cheerleader, officer of National Honor Society, and Natalie was a valedictorian of her class in 1999. She was an honor graduate, and again, ended up going to pharmaceutical school and at the West Virginia University and doing well. So, I mean, she's a smart person, smart enough to swindle some motherfuckers out of some loot, out of some dough, Dan.
Yep.
That's what's going on.
What was the biggest check that they said was written? It was significant.
It was significant, yeah.
Was
I don't
like
remember right off.
250,000 or something like that.
Yeah, there were some crazy ones. Wait, I think actually 240K was just his parent. No, in North Carolina, man, 500K.
Oh, that's right.
I got my notes right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so his parent, she swindled this man that she murdered's parents out of their entire life savings. Okay. He didn't go and talk to them. She went and talked to them and said, hey, invest in these businesses. So basically, let me go down here just a little bit further. I did have some notes. Again, high school sweethearts, married out of college. Natalie and Michael, they have 2 children. That's one of maybe the saddest parts of this entire fucking thing. But Natalie and Michael owned 2 businesses, Tactical Solutions Group and Technological Management Solutions. Both are LLCs. Both of these businesses were registered as federal contractors. They said these contracts was providing semi-automatic weapons to U.S. Department of Defense and other defense agencies. Natalie and Michael needed investors, and investors was told their money was being invested in the contracts they received from the government. Now, a big question here, and they had gotten 11 different folks to invest. Again, the North Carolina man had invested $500K. Michael's own parents, $240K, their entire life savings, but in all, $2.6 million is what was actually called out in the Ponzi scheme. Now, me and Dan were kind of talking about this. This is a big part of the question that they're going to have to get into here. Why is this man dead? Why did she kill him? And we're going to get into what happened exactly and what the pathologist found and why, again, I thought this was crazy. Did you get to the part about that, Dan? They don't even do the test that they needed to do in the state of West Virginia?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, let me see if I got that immediately in my note here.
What do you like a tux or not? I guess not.
It's a specific test. It's a specific test that we don't 100% do not even offer here. It's not possible in West Virginia. Immunochemistry history test is what they wanted to perform on this man's body for the second time. And this is what they did. They went out of state and they got somebody from Texas to do this test, a forensic pathologist. And this man found that the introduction of, and I forget how they even said this, but insulin. This bitch pumped a shitload of insulin inside of this man, inside of this poor man.
One thing that
he did not have blood sugar either, or high blood sugar. He was not a diabetic. Yeah.
How was she administering this insulin? How was she giving it to him? I wonder.
And did it all happen in one giant spike on that day?
Yeah.
Because I found when I was doing a little bit deeper diving, I'm skipping ahead here just a little bit, but something I found absolutely super interesting. Typical levels of blood sugar are between 90 and 120. And you can go into shock if it dips below 70. You become sweaty and confused. If it gets below 60, your cognitive abilities become impaired. And if it gets below 50, something called neuronal death starts to happen in your brain, and the cells actually start to die, and you go into a coma, or you can have a seizure, which is exactly what happened to Michael on February 6th of 2019 when he fell and then even hit his head, they're saying, on a kitchen counter as well.
I've actually seen this in effect. So our mother has diabetes, and the lowest I've seen it go, because they were, she's always had high blood sugar, and we've in most recent couple of years tried to get that sorted out, because she's always been real bad for not keeping that shit under control. So I've been trying to take her to doctors and stuff and trying to get it figured out. So they put her on all this fucking medication, right? And it ended up being way too much. And her blood sugar dipped below 50. I think the lowest I saw it was like 38. And dude, it was like she was tripping on acid.
Wow.
Like she was so delusional.
Having almost
hallucinations, dude. It was crazy. It was super scary. But dude, yeah, like I was ready to take her to the hospital, and it hadn't even crossed my mind that her blood sugar was low. Like I just did, because I'd never seen it before. I guess I'm not that experienced with it. And I was like, well, fuck, let me check her blood sugar before I call 911 here, because I was freaking out. I had no idea what was wrong with her. And checked her blood sugar, and it was like 38. This happened twice. Once it was 38, and once it was like 40 something. And I eventually I didn't even call the doctor. I just took her off one of the medications that I knew was dropping her blood sugar significantly. It ended up working, thank God. Yeah. But I was freaking out, but I was like, well, before I call 911, let me take her blood sugar. And it was that low. And gave her like I think we gave her like some chocolate pudding or something.
Something
to
get it back
up. I don't
know.
Not even 30 minutes later, she's like kind of back to normal. It's real scary. It's real crazy.
Well, did you read what his was?
No.
21.
Wow.
Yeah, 21 is what Michael Cochran's was when he made it to the hospital. And there's also lots of different stories that even involved with him making it to the hospital. They said that they made the call within 20 minutes. Now there's witnesses saying that it was hours, and there was multiple people coming and going from the house. They called an attorney first to come over there. Yeah, there's a lot of fucked up stuff going on inside this actual story. And then I found out some other fucked up shit that was, and then again, it goes back to the question: did he know though what was going on with the Ponzi scheme? At the end of the day, there's no reason at all she should have killed this man, but it does bear the question: was he ultimately, and what could have happened to make her be like, I've got to get rid of this guy, right?
Yeah, we were like discussing earlier, like, was he in on the scheme? Like, I feel like he kind of had to be. But if he wasn't, maybe his parents got swindled. Maybe he wasn't aware. I don't know. But maybe he was going to tell. Maybe he was going to snitch. Maybe he was going to blow the whistle.
The feds, now, at the time of his death, the feds were already hot on their case. They already knew. Somebody had already alerted them that something wasn't right here. Some of the investors weren't getting their funds back, right? I got a couple of notes here I'm going to read out here. Natalie was also the youth treasurer of the Shady Springs Youth Baseball League, as well as the Shady Springs Middle School and football team. They helped to raise $32,000 by donating semi-automatic weapons at bingo prizes at a fundraiser for these kids. Now listen to that first of all. Picture that just for a second. That just in itself, all right? The sentence I just said there, okay? What? They helped raise $32,000 by donating semi-auto weapons as bingo prizes at a kid's fundraiser.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
That's the most West Virginia thing of all time.
I think that place, there's a building for that business as well. I Googled it, and it shows up still. Tactical Solutions.
Okay, it's still there.
And it's just, they just got pictures of like automatic rifles, semi-automatic rifles.
Look at this dumb bitch.
Where'd it go?
So the $32K they raised for the youth baseball and middle school football went to these teams, right? Michael Cochran was a little league coach as well. But they ended up actually dipping into the account where they raised all these funds for these kids and took it basically right back out. Not the babies, not the poor children. All right. absolute horrible, a horrible person anyways. And again, the question is going to be raised is, I mean, the individual's passed away, Michael Cochran, and it's horrible that he looks like he was essentially drugged and poisoned by insulin by this woman. But, you know, at the time and during the initial Ponzi scheme, when they're taking these hundreds of thousands of dollars from different people and racking up millions of dollars, was he privy to that? Real quick, Ashy Snow coming through with the 1999 coming through. Ashy, I see you, girl.
Whoa.
What's up?
Oh,
Let's give you a little love for it.
That is a huge super sticker.
Appreciate that. That is a huge ass super sticker, man. Ashley's always coming through. She'll come through with the love on the regular videos. Love you, Ashley. Thank you so much. You're amazing. This is a wild ass bit. This is a crazy ass story. And yeah, she's also a fucking pharmacist. So she had access to the insulin.
Yep.
Anyways.
That's why I was kind of, I didn't know if he was diabetic or not. And that's funny that he's not, because like, what the fuck was she, like, how did she expect to get away with this? She's a pharmacist. She should have some idea.
Yeah.
How did she expect to get away with this?
So just going down here a little bit further, it isn't even like they were hiding what they were kind of doing with this money. They sort of, this is where it comes into play, that there's no fucking way that he didn't at least know what was going on here. Who knows what happened at the end of the story, where we don't know the in details of his life quite yet. But Natalie and Michael started purchasing properties, jewelry, new multiple vehicles, including a 1965 Shelby Cobra. Let me pop up the Cobra. I found this picture earlier. I found one picture earlier, and Dan caught me.
I had to call you out on it.
It wasn't. Oh shit! I'm not even showing it. It wasn't the right picture. It was a souped up one. This is still a nice ass car. So, I mean, so they're spending money, you know, just willy nilly.
I mean, these bad boys go for. I was looking them up online today. They go for anywhere from $50,000 to upward to over $100,000. So, depending, I'm sure, depending on the condition and stuff. If they're like in mint condition, you know, you get some good money for these cars.
And yeah, man, and that's a nice ass car. Like, I'd love to have something like that.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Not gonna rob people to get it.
Yeah.
Natalie, once investors started asking questions, Natalie would lie and produce fake letters from the government, basically with a government letterhead stating that the accounts was frozen and the money would be released soon. So people started getting suspicious of this lady. Once the investigation happened, they found they owned no federal contracts, but they did own a few state contracts, which were later terminated for lack of performance. It was discovered that $16K, which was raised, this goes to what I just mentioned, but for the sports teams, was withdrawn from the account after they had initially raised it at this bingo game. Took it right back out, never got to the kids. One of the most fucked up parts I haven't even got to yet is really fucked up. So basically, the half that went to either the baseball team or football team was taken back out by Natalie. Natalie was using some of the newer investors' money to pay back the older ones. The definition of a fucking Ponzi scheme. And that's initially what got her anyways, was the Ponzi scheme. And I don't know who started asking questions or who started digging further, but initially the husband, Michael, once he fell ill on the 6th, he was taken to the hospital after a long ass period of time from what the witnesses are saying. Once he actually got there again, he had his blood sugar was 21. He was only in the hospital for a couple of days before she moved him into hospice care. He died on February the 11th. Okay. Very shortly after the initial seizure and fall in the kitchen. So he dies. They have the funeral. I think I've got the website up here actually. Hold on for the obituary. Yeah. February 11th. 2019. But initially, this is right here from 2019, basically just calling out the Ponzi scheme. West Virginia pharmacist was arrested on 26 counts. So initially she had 26 counts, and they ended up getting that down to 2 counts. So she took a plea and still got 11 years. So who knows what would have happened otherwise. So this is in 2019 when they're looking into that. At some point along the way, they start asking questions. Now, once he died in the hospice care, there wasn't an initial. They didn't initially do an autopsy, So they do exhume his body after this. Now, like I said before, they don't do that specific special test, which I don't know why the hell they wouldn't make that. I mean, we're in 2023 here. I know this is West Virginia, but what the fuck? They had to go outside and get someone from Texas who had to come and get the DNA and then take it, or not the DNA, but whatever substance, I don't know what verbiage it would be, back to Texas to actually get it analyzed and tested to see what killed this man, what was inside of his fat cells or whatever. Talking completely out of school here, but once they actually figured out that this man was basically spiked with insulin, now they've got something. And now, so the first time they didn't figure that out because they couldn't do the test. They still charged her with murder. I think that was 2021. They retract that, but were still able to do it later. And that's exactly what they did. They exhumed him again. That's exactly what just happened. We're in real time now. They're just coming out. And I'm going to actually play a little bit of this news.
Yeah, they just re-indicted her. Like, when was this? Tuesday this week. So I'm going to play. This is a news station kind of talking about it here. Let me just make sure we can hear this. See if that's right.
Thank you, Ben. We continue that team coverage on those murder indictments out of Raleigh County today, and one of them is against Natalie Cochran. That name may be familiar. She's the Daniels pharmacist being formally charged for the second time with the first-degree murder of her husband, Michael. The previous indictment for murder was dismissed earlier this year by both the prosecution and defense counsels. Our Galen Markham brings us more on Natalie Cochran's new indictment and what it means.
This prosecutor's office has been very busy, not only announcing the indictment against Larry Webb, but they have also announced 3 more murder indictments, including a high-profile case against a Daniels pharmacist.
And an indictment for first-degree murder on Natalie Cochran for the February 2019 murder of Michael Cochran.
On Tuesday, Raleigh County prosecuting attorney Ben Hatfield announced the re-indictment of Natalie Cochran. The original case against Cochran, who has been accused of poisoning and killing her husband, Michael Cochran, was dismissed in April. 6 months later, Hatfield is giving further insight into why he agreed to drop the initial charge and why recent medical findings gave him the confidence to seek a second indictment.
There was a subsequent exhumation this summer. A Dr. Paul Uribe, which is a renowned forensic pathologist out of Texas, did an examination and issued a formal opinion that the manner of death is homicide, and further that the cause of death was the introduction of exogenous insulin that is unprescribed.
Exogenous insulin. Fuck ton of insulin
into his system.
Cochran is currently serving an 11-year sentence at FCI Hazleton in Brewston Mills for her role in a Ponzi scheme involving 2 local businesses in both her and Michael's name. Hatfield says his office is working with federal corrections to secure Cochran's appearance at any upcoming hearings and trial dates related to this new charge. Cochran has only appeared in court once in 3 years.
We'll send a certified copy of the indictment along with a detainer order to the FCI to lodge the state's detainer in the murder case, and we will engage in the typical habeas processes in order to secure her appearances at state court dates from the federal correctional facility.
We have reached out to both Natalie Cochran.
Yeah.
I don't know how she did it. What did she do? Did she just inject them all at one time?
Yeah, like how did it happen? Literally with a needle instantly? Would it just drop you like that?
I don't know. Probably pretty quick, though. Within minutes, I would say. I'd be willing to bet. How quick will insulin drop blood sugar?
Although insulin is an essential medicine and a life-saving drug, it is also...
Within 15 minutes is what I found.
Wow. And 15, so, I mean, put it in a drink.
Yeah.
It has been incriminated in many poisoning deaths, accidental, suicidal, and some with malicious intent. That's what we got here. I found this interesting, yeah. At the time of her arrest, in her bankruptcy filing, Cochran listed $500 in an American Electric Power other financial account, $13.57 in a First Community Bank checking account, and $8 in a Bank of Mount Hope checking account. She said she had $58 cash on hand. Where's this other money at? This lady has a fuck ton more money somewhere. It's just hiding out. But
Yeah,
she
I don't
ain't gonna get
know.
to that shit because she ain't getting out.
I don't think you can just like drink the stuff for whatever reason.
Oh, so you think it wasn't an injection thing?
I mean, there's only 4 ways to take insulin. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, she's kind of giving it she's not giving it as a medication, so. But the only ways that it's actually given to patients is with a syringe or pen. A syringe, an insulin pen, an insulin pump, or an insulin inhaler, which I've never heard of. Inhaled insulin is taken using an oral inhaler. I've never heard of that before. So I don't know. I don't know if it maybe it wouldn't work if it was just like in a drink.
I've actually heard that my whole life, honey, about the Seth Rogen thing. And then Debbie right here going to gift out a membership, and Pookie's going to grab her up. What? Hell yeah.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Hell yeah, Pookie. That's what I like to see.
I'm telling you like it is, baby.
Hell yeah. Appreciate everybody hanging out here tonight. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, again, I wanted to go over this one just because I thought it was a wild-ass case, man. Especially to be local, like local-ish to us. It's within like a couple hours drive, so... let's see here. I got some more notes.
Despite poor bioavailability, when taken orally, insulin may produce symptomatic hypoglycemia with a massive ingestion. How massive are we talking?
Yeah, and to get down to 21, I mean, that's like unheard of. Like you're dead basically. Like, but I mean, how long was the wait before he got to the hospital? One of the friends that they called was a state trooper also. So there's an attorney that shows up, a state trooper that shows up, and the wife of the state trooper is a physician's assistant.
So here's an idea of kind of what happens, it looks like. There are reports of insulin overdose by injection, yet little is known regarding the potential harms of intentional oral ingestion of insulin. In this report, we describe a case of massive insulin ingestion and ensuing hypoglycemia. To our knowledge, there are no previously published cases of hypoglycemia caused by intentional insulin ingestion. A 51-year-old man intentionally ingested 3 10-milliliter vials, total of 3,000 units. Is that 3,000? Yep, 3,000 units of various insulins. 1 vial each of insulin as part Lispro and Glargine. 4 symptomatic hypoglycemic.
Glargine sounds like a fake alien name of an 80s movie.
It does, yeah.
Glargine is taking over the planet.
4 symptomatic hypoglycemic episodes with blood glucose levels of 48, 25, 34, and 40 occurred approximately 1, 3, 4, and 5 hours respectively after ingestion. The hypoglycemia could not be explained other than the ingestion of the insulins. The patient was admitted for observation, blah, blah, blah. So it took, in the first hour, his sugar was 48. The third hour, it was 25. The fourth hour, it was back up to 34. And the fifth hour, it was at 40. So if this person was given, if Michael was given a similar dose to what this guy had, maybe 3 hours, it would have been in the 20s.
Wow. So that kind of almost can...
If oral.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is an oral ingestion. Yeah.
So, okay. So after she's already being investigated by the feds, right? Oh, she's going to go to jail for this. After that, it's not happened yet. She's still out. After Michael's already dead. Okay, he died in February 2019. In May of 2019, she went to jail in October 2019 for the Ponzi scheme. May of 2019. Are you guys ready for this? All right. This fucking lady with the Shady Springs school system, or however the fuck she did it, I don't know how nobody would have known she was being investigated with the feds or some shit was already up at this point. She talks to these people and basically, she just had to be crazy. Like literally just an inflated ego. I can do this even though my bank account says I have $13. This bitch with whatever money she might have been lurking with, or these companies that was behind her, these ammo companies that was with these government contracts, which were already being investigated by the Fed. She says she's going to give 6 students full rides to college, scholarships. All right? She does it, is what's fucked up. She goes on stage in front of the school and gives these students these scholarships, okay? These families think that these kids are good. They're going to be going to college full ride.
Michael Scott.
Some of these parents canceled loans they already had out trying to get into schools. They were checking into bigger schools because all of a sudden they had an option. None of this was fucking real at all. How could it get this far? We live in a fucking clown world, and if you live in a fucking clown state...
It's literally Scott's Tots.
What the fuck, dude? Okay, so, yeah. Like, this bitch swindled her way even after she was already on the radar of the feds and kept going. So, that one, I thought that was really fucked up. Like, I mean, her murdering Michael's horrible. Like, the whole thing is horrible. The entire situation, I want to know a little bit deeper how involved he actually is. He is in it. You know, again, there's no excuse for murdering a human being, but what the fuck, dude? Like,
that part we'll probably never know.
Piece of shit human. Like, it's fucked up, man. It's what, 420 mama, what up? Poke mom, everybody in here tonight hanging out. Appreciate it. Let me give an announcement real quick while I'm thinking about it. I said I was going to tease this earlier. I see Viv's in here, and this is going to make her happy for sure. We're definitely going to be surveilled. The Google searches that I make just doing this show, you kidding me? I'm definitely on a list. Hopefully I can be like, look, I have a true crime channel. I'm gonna call Joe Jackalow and be like, can you help me in this police situation? Okay, going forward, I think we'll start it next week. We're going to do a little bit of a time change on some of these shows. So Tuesday nights is going to become a 9 p.m. Eastern time thing. Thursday night, 1 week from tonight, will be a 9 p.m. Eastern time thing. And even Feral Friday is going to go back 1 hour to 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, folks. We're going to be coming just a little bit earlier, and that's because of you. I'm thinking about you guys. The biggest complaint I have is that we go too late, and I think you're right, actually. I do think we go a little bit too late. I toyed with the 9, I've toyed with the 10 in the past. I've toyed with tons of time slots because I'm not exactly sure where we fit perfectly. I know we're more of a late night thing, and who knows what'll happen randomly here or there. I'm not saying that we couldn't go live at any other times, but for the regular shows, I'm going to go a little bit earlier, and I think that'll help everybody out. I think everybody will maybe dig that.
And we're still not encroaching on anybody's slots, I don't think.
Yeah, we should still be good. So, you know, the real crew that we're building out here. We got the Fitz Diaries, Joe Jackalow, Shaming a Jay. You know, you never know when any of us would be doing maybe anything, but you know, we are still trying to, you know, respect each other's time slots, which is cool. But again, also breaking news is breaking news, and it can happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to go back a little bit, an hour each, and I think that might, Art right here, Viv coming through. Hell yeah, I'll be able to catch more shows. That's what I like to hear. Hopefully, it'll help out everybody out just a little bit, and yeah.
Might take some getting used to, so make sure you got notifications on if you don't want to miss it.
One of the first things I need to do is actually change the header on YouTube. It has all the time frames up there. Murder Church is staying the same, 9 a.m. on Sunday.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It's not changing. It's perfect. Right here. Even I'm ending this right here. So the questions are: did Michael know about this before, with the Ponzi scheme and started to freak out? And then when the feds started maybe breathing down their necks, Natalie flips out for some reason and thinks she has to kill or poison Michael, maybe to keep his mouth shut about something? Or could Michael have been aware during all of this? Or not aware of all of this? Is there a way that she could have pulled the wool over his eyes with the lavish dinners, the cars, the way they were living, when they just, as soon as they got into this world of getting these, like, you got to know that the money that you're spending is someone else's at that point, right?
I kind of feel like the thing that makes me feel like he wasn't in on it is that his parents were also swindled. I feel like maybe he wouldn't have done that, but
either that or
some
he's
people,
I'd hate to talk ill of the dead, and again, I want to actually know, and it sucks what actually happened, but what if he couldn't do that part? He's like, I can't do that to my parents. I'm going to let you do that.
Yeah.
Right? That's how he maybe made it right in his head, in his shitty brain. But I'm not saying that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I do know this, that his parents are not talking to the media. They're not talking to anybody. But that's smart. I'm going to tell you right now. That's actually smart.
Yeah.
Media is not your friend. They're no one's friend. At least the mainstream media. They're not really trying to do anything but get a story out there. And I want to know. I want to know what's happening here. And I'm going to keep an eye on this. So please, if this interests you, you're going to want to stay with us here at Publicly Buzz. Again, this is kind of a local-ish one, so it won't be too hard to. Now, the one thing that sucks about this, even though it's a local-ish, I don't know how much further I can dig. Thank God for that podcast that I plugged earlier, because they got a little bit more information because of somebody that allegedly went to high school with Natalie. So they had a little bit more deeper information that was out there.
Boots on the ground,
cool.
Stevie. Boots on the ground.
I'm gonna go. It would be cool to actually be able to go to the trial, but I work a real job. So,
oh yeah, well no, we couldn't.
And it's
never mind.
It's still hours. It's not in my town still. And again, he's not diabetic, so. But yeah, it's sad just in the fact that his body's been exhumed twice. That's on the family. The family's not on her side. Let me make that clear. I think that they know that some shit's up here. It's a fucked up case, man. That's breaking live in real time right now in our area. Again, I felt like when I started reading about it, someone local sent it to me, and I was like, oh shit. And I don't even cover local stuff normally, but I was like, man, this one would be on Court TV, I feel like. Like, this actually does have the, you got kind of like the players, you've got the Ponzi scheme that's happening there, and a murder.
Oh yeah, I could for sure see this on like
she's a pharmacist,
Forensic Files or something.
Insulin, yeah, they would be making him some kind of fucked up title for this that would almost be like a horror movie. Hey, Miss Krampus, thanks for coming through here. Thank you. I was worried. I'm glad everybody's been digging it. It'll grow back. I used to do this way more often. I'd cut it and grow it, cut it and grow it. This has been the longest year I've basically kept it long.
Yeah.
My life, maybe. This last one I didn't like. I did trim it like during this a couple times, and this last one I didn't like it. It was way too curly. Like, it wasn't coming out right. It was annoying me.
My chin is curly. It curls right here. Like right where it comes off of my chin.
Yeah.
And I can't get rid of it, so
man,
it is what it is.
Yeah, and I learned that we do completely different beards too. That's coming from under here for you, and I have that.
That is crazy. Yeah. Like I don't even leave. I don't do this
that's coming
part
up
long.
from you is hidden by me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's weird. I didn't know that. But what's even crazier, you can't even tell unless we're talking about it. And I was like, wait.
Yeah. Like you were pulling on it, and I was like, what? Like it's all the way. You're pulling on this part.
Yeah, like my hairs are up here.
Mine's actually kind of short.
Yeah.
Here.
Now that's another
Mine's
problem.
like all underneath.
It's so hard to get like the perfect short. And we're just talking about beards now, but it's so hard to get like the perfect length. I feel like in the beard, like that. Dude, I'm happy with, because I still want to have a beard, but I don't want it to be fully just girthy. Like I actually, I'm gonna knock on wood because I'll fuck it up next time. But this one's all right. This one ain't bad.
No, it looks good.
I did all right.
What I hate about every time I trim my beard is there's always so many like long scragglies that don't fucking get got. So I technically trim my beard almost every day, because when I wake up,
you always there's get rid of scragglies.
Dude, there's there'll be like hair sticking out that are like 3 times as long as everything else. I'm like somehow, because the shit just like lays flat, I guess, when I'm doing the trimming, and it just doesn't get got. I don't know. It doesn't fucking make sense to me. I don't know how every day there's new ones.
Wow. See, I don't do nothing like that. I don't fuck with after. Now, my problem is the day I do it, I can't fucking stop then. I'm just keep seeing something.
Yeah.
And I have to make myself stop. But right now, I'm good. It's probably there. I just don't. That's crazy.
I always have to get rid of something that's just like sticking out the side, somewhere.
Girthy. I don't know why they're talking about girth out here. Beards, I guess. Beard girth. Huh?
I'm telling you like it is, baby.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Love you guys. Everybody hanging and banging. Tomorrow night is a Halloween costume party.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we're having a costume party tomorrow.
Oh, well, I didn't know about that. I didn't get a costume.
I don't either. I didn't get a costume either. But we're having a
We got costumes.
They actually know I had a costume. I've been putting it on Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But they don't know what I am. So
you didn't tell them.
Yeah, we don't know what we are. So yeah, we're having a costume party tomorrow night on YouTube, and it's going to be dope. Feral Friday, so come through. We're going to be just hanging out, having a good time. Bring some drinks. Bring some probably nothings. Bring some snacks.
Wait, what? So are we sticking to 10:30 tomorrow?
And then 10:30 tomorrow.
The next week we'll start the new schedule.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that starts Tuesday officially. Next week. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be the last 10:30 Feral Friday, at least for a minute. Who knows? I don't know. Dan's like, what? Dan was like, wait, what? We're having a costume party. Yes, we're having a costume party.
I may have. I don't know. I don't know if I did or not.
Oh my god. You guys are crazy. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be fun though. Please come through, hang out.
Did you mention post their pictures?
Yeah, post your pictures as well, man. If you guys are dressing up at home, yeah, put that on Twitter. We'll do a hashtag, Feral Friday hashtag, and we'll go through and look at them tomorrow, man. If anybody's dressing up at home, do it. Booze and tater chips. Yeah, Pookie knows. That sounds like the perfect combo.
Yeah, man. The Seabolt Speaks.
Yeah, Debbie, he's awesome, man. I've been promoting his Appalachian videos. He's the man. Like, yeah, he has a new video.
Chat, baby.
He has a new video out as well. Did he pop through?
I threw it up.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, make sure you're following Seabolt.
I beat Mandy again.
And watch his new videos. He's doing an Appalachian series, and it's perfect for this time of the season. He has one on this guy that he's called an extreme gardener, and he grew these giant-ass fucking pumpkins, giant-ass fucking everything. Actually, one of the most interesting things that I found on there is that he grows small things as well. So not only does he try to do Guinness World Records of large items, which he has a few, and he lives here in West Virginia, but he also tries to get Guinness World Records of growing the smallest of items, and he tried to grow the world's smallest sunflower.
Oh, wow.
It's a little baby sunflower, dude. These things are massive, right?
Mm-hmm.
You grow a sunflower, it's fucking huge. He grew like a little baby sunflower, and he still didn't get the record. There was still a smaller one out there.
Damn.
And it looked awesome. Dude, it's a little baby sunflower. It was so cute.
You want to go, Mandy? Do you want to go?
Oh, shit. Wow.
What am I going to do? I'm hosting a show and doing mods work. What am I going to do with all these responsibilities?
Ringing the bell. Fight!
I can't hold all these responsibilities.
We're doing it. Little love, you having a guest? No, we don't have a guest for tomorrow. Tomorrow's just a chill party one. I know I've been having a lot of those recently. Just a lot of fun happening. Tonight I was excited. We're getting into a case. But yeah, there's a lot going on actually, man. Bob earlier was covering the Delphi stuff. Koberger was in court today. There's a lot of shit happening right now. Yeah, make sure you're following on Twitter, though. Let me post some shit in here. You can support with some of these here links. Boom. Make sure you're following on the old Kick as well.
Yeah, guests might actually slow down a little bit. We've had like everybody on.
Yeah, I'm working on one more guest for soon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But that isn't even official yet. So, but yeah, also follow on Kick because you never know when we may go live on there. We can also take subs on there now. But yeah, over there I'm just going to be maybe having some fun. You never know what might be happening. Robert, what's going on? What's happening? Yeah.
Yeah, we need to figure out a drinking game again.
It's been a minute since we played a drinking game.
They're really hard to figure out, actually.
Yeah, Bob was insane today, dude. It was a killer ass stream. It was craziness.
Dude, Bob talking about Delphi is just like
it's gold.
Crazy.
He's so in. Like it's amazing. Like he just drops the knowledge.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a drinking game. Yeah, we'll have to figure one out for sure. I don't even know what's really happening tomorrow besides just kind of hanging out and bullshitting. Maybe talk some Halloween. Maybe watch some movie trailers. I don't know.
Look up something.
I'll probably.
We can't watch movie trailers. Not on YouTube anyway.
Well, I could probably. I'm thinking I could probably just turn the ads off for that one and maybe get by with it.
And it won't matter.
And then if any trigger, I can take them out immediately, basically after. So it'd be basically if you're here for the live, you're going to get the full show, and then there'll probably be some trimmings.
How much money are you going to make off ads on that one anyway?
None. Right. We make no money off ads. But still. Yeah. For whatever reason, if you have it on there, like
But you can still get like even if you have ads,
they're not
off,
happy with you trying to make money on ads if you're playing
Right,
copyrighted stuff. So,
but you could potentially get like a copyright strike that actually like it, even if it's not a monetized video, they can still copyright strike you, can't you? Can't they?
yeah, they could. Yeah, they definitely could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, Threads coming through here. What's up, Threads? We're having a Halloween costume party tomorrow, Threads. 10:30 p.m. Come through here. And if you dress up, use the hashtag Fail Friday. Good to see you also. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be fun, though. We'll figure out something. We'll definitely be figuring out something. Yeah, Threads and Roses, old school G up in this motherfucker.
I'm
Did you
sober
get the
enough
Canva thing?
to know what I'm doing, and I'm drunk enough to really enjoy
What's the
doing it.
Canva thing?
Did you get the Canva thing? Oh, yeah. Mandy sent me some emojis.
Oh,
Yeah, she sent me a bunch of dope-ass emojis that I need to get working as well. And I haven't actually looked to see if I even have it or what's going on with that. So, but I should.
Stevie doesn't keep me on the loop on anything, Mandy. Just so you know.
Like I'm always like all day long.
I'm the last to know.
I'm just like going. Like I
find out through Twitter like everybody else.
I don't ever really. My brain's going so many different directions. I don't even know where the fuck I would look. Anyways, Mandy, I'll figure it out. Yeah, hopefully so, because those were dope. Yeah, Threads passing through. Good to see you though, for real.
Yeah, that's awesome. Been a while.
Been a while. It's been a while. And maybe he sends it in an email. Maybe he needs to send it to me in an email. I don't know. I need to look. I've literally just been super busy. Today all I've did is basically study this case, also work, also more work. I'm not done either. I've got so much more work to do.
Yeah, you haven't even been in like J
Dude,
streams too.
I
actively.
fucking hold on. All right, let me put this video in here. I made this video last night. Go watch this video. Give it some love. It's another poison story out of Rochester, Minnesota. Spent my entire evening yesterday making this one. Another one that's not really popping off in the news, but again I found it incredibly interesting. And I think if this one does get to trial, unless he takes some kind of plea, this one actually could be something. But yeah, go check this one out as well. Another poison story. And plus it would help out the video and the channel. So yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Law Nerd Amber coming through this motherfucker. Oh yeah, I saw that as well. Congratulations, man. Yeah, she's 2 years sober. Awesome as fuck. That is not easy. That is
Very
not easy at all, especially when you mod for Publicly Buzzed.
Congratulations. Yes, that's true. Remember that time you were late for a live and none of us could do anything and Dan couldn't even get in to tell anyone you were late? Good times. What is that? I don't remember that.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Why wouldn't I be able to get in to tell people you were late?
Yeah, I don't know. There's been so many lives.
Dude, that's what, like I said, I was going to go find some clips recently, right? I don't know where to start.
Well, yeah, that's something I wanted to actually tell everybody. Anybody, please, if you can remember any clips from any streams involving Jay, Bob, Defense Diaries, Shaming a Jay, Joe Jackalone, or us, please send that over.
Things that you like.
Even if you want to take some time to go through stuff to find clips, I would be so appreciative of that, because otherwise I'm literally going to be doing that all weekend. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be going through videos and finding clips. So if you find some clips that you think are dope or that is entertaining or that you thought was informative or educational, any and all of that, let me know. And send that to me at publiclybuzz@gmail.com. Send it to me on Twitter. I'd really appreciate it. You could help me out.
The Mandy's already got tons of them. That's great.
Hell
That's
yeah,
good.
man. I need
good
those.
start.
Yeah, send me timestamps. Please. I'd appreciate it. Everybody picking on Viv. What the hell's going on? Do I have to come in this chat right now? Stephen Dan, I was in your town today. Stopped and grabbed food. Went to Hoovaders to see the new giraffe. I don't know what Hoovaders is. Oh shit, Pokemon gonna be coming the fuck through for a costume party, baby. That's what I like to see.
Oh, I do kind of remember that, Mandy. Yeah.
Allie, if you could go through any old streams of us, Defense Diaries, Jay, or Joe Jackalone, and you find anything that you guys find that's funny, educational, informative, sad, emotional, anything. Send me anything that you guys find interesting, quite frankly, clip-wise, and give me a timestamp on a video, and if you could email it to me or send it to me through Twitter, I'd appreciate the hell out of that.
Oh, that's right, Mandy. Damn, she's got a good memory. Jif was sick the week before, and you canceled, and then the next week you were super late, I think, and people thought it was canceled again.
I think I remember the one when I was late because we went to that birthday party. It was like an hour late.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That was
Maybe
actually probably the one. Yeah.
I do remember that. Oh, okay. No,
Yeah,
cool.
it would have been a good idea to change the time, but okay. So she was just in a kind of our neck of the woods, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't even know where Kingwood is, to be honest.
Yeah, you better leave Viv alone right now. Right now. Susan, thank you for coming in here. Appreciate it. She's tapping out. Good night, Susan. I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully, come through for the Halloween party. Come through for the Halloween party.
Oh, whoa. Kingwood is way up near Pennsylvania. Or not Pennsylvania, but yeah, Pennsylvania. Not too far from Pittsburgh.
Coming through.
Near Morgantown.
Yeah.
Oh, the elephant story. That's a good one.
I will say, yeah, that would be a good one. That would be a really good one. I will say this. You guys do not want to miss tomorrow, even if you don't come from the costume party, because we got a couple of things that you guys are going to want to see. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun night. I'm going to put together a show. It's going to be awesome. We'll figure out something. Even if it's just us hanging and banging and drinking and chilling and whatever, we'll figure it out. And again, it's Halloween. This is my favorite time of the year. So... And anybody that didn't watch the Halloween movie party, go to Kick. That is on a replay. You can do that at any time. I'm going to pop it up right here. 7 hours and 46 minutes. If you got it in you, there's a lot of boobs in the beginning. A lot of boobs in the beginning. Good stuff, though. Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate the hell out of it tonight. Yeah, I will see everybody tomorrow. Let me see if there is something I can take you to real quick. Probably is. Let's see if Jay's got a morning stream up here. I bet he does. Yes, he does. Boom. Trial in the morning, guys. We are going to send you over to that. Love you guys. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Again, wanted to bring something a little bit different, a new one, a local one. Kristen in the chat, what's going on? She knows about this one as well. I was talking to her about it, actually. But yeah, to stay on top of this one, stay with Publicly Buzz. Sub up if you're not. I'm sure you all already are, though. Appreciate the hell out of it, guys. And yeah, I will see everybody tomorrow. Dan, you got anything else to add?
I do not. I can't wait to see everybody tomorrow.
Love you guys.
Good night.